Hi guys, welcome to Meet the Dwyers. I'm Trishana and I am going to be giving you guys an update on our life here in Canada. So as of today, May 20th, 2021, we have been in Canada for 3 weeks. And guys, I must say that the experience has been amazing thus far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I made a decision to come here, and I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram. A lot of people have reached out to me asking, how were we able to travel to Canada at this time, and they're asking me what were some of the questions immigration had asked, as well as if we're working. So those are some of the topics I'm gonna be talking about, so stay tuned. Okay, so firstly, how were we able to travel at this time? The government of Canada has an exemption list as to who can travel right now. And some persons, off the top of my head, are some international students, some foreign workers, as well as some persons who are approved for PR. And it's a long list. Some persons who work in healthcare, some persons who are marine crew members. Yeah, the list goes on. But as it relates to us, I am an international student. My husband is a foreign worker because he has the spousal open work permit, and our daughters are dependent, so she only has the visitor's record, right? So she can stay the same duration as us. So pretty much we were exempted from all the travel restrictions that are in place. We didn't have any issues going through immigration, going through the airports. It was just smooth running, mainly because we had all the documents that they required, and it's quite a few documents. There's even the Arrive Can app where you have to submit the quarantine plan. You have to also book with the government approved hotel, either in Toronto or Vancouver. Well, those are the ones that I know of. There should be more, but we booked a hotel in Vancouver, and it's mandatory to quarantine there for 3 days. And some persons may be wondering how much we paid. It really depends on the hotel that you go to. So the one that we went to, I think it's called Hotel Le Soleil in Vancouver, and we paid about 2,000 Canadian dollars for all 3 of us. And let me just say, you're paying for the food, the COVID tests, and of course to stay there for the 3 days. But to be honest, we didn't really eat the food because it didn't really taste that good to us. It was more like, I guess, Indian cuisine, and just didn't, yeah. So we ordered food. So you can order food, but just factor in that cost because it's already expensive to be paying $2,000 plus to be ordering food for those 3 days. So just factor in those costs. Right, so people also wanted to know what questions immigration had asked us. Was there any delays or hiccups along the way? Firstly, we did not book our flight directly from Jamaica to Canada. As far as I'm concerned, Air Canada has discontinued flights to the Caribbean, But I think there was another flight that was going to Montego Bay, if I'm not mistaken, but we decided to go to Canada via US. Based on what I have heard from other persons' experience, they've had some difficulty getting the approval from the airport to go to Canada directly from Jamaica. So for us, it was just smooth sailing once we went through the US. I know that some persons don't have the US visa, and it doesn't even make sense to try to get it now, because I think they're not taking any applications currently for visitors visa for the US. A friend of mine told me that she tried booking a date, and next available date was next year March. So I understand, you know, if you don't have a choice but to travel through Jamaica, it is still possible. But what I would advise you guys to do is to call the airport and find out what they require of you outside of the COVID tests. There are some other information that they do require. So I would advise you guys to call the airport and speak to the agent directly to find out, you know, what is required from you. So if you're going as an international student, they'll require information different from you than if you're going as a foreign worker. So speak to them about your case, and they'll be better able to advise you. So when you get there, you won't have any delays, right? So we went to the US. So when we arrived in the US, we already had booked our flights in advance, so it's just to get our tickets. So when we reached the agent to get our tickets, she asked us literally everything we expected an immigration officer to ask us. She wanted to see our COVID test, our quarantine plan, as well as our hotel accommodation, our student approval letter, as well as my husband's open work approval letter, right? So we only had the approval letters and the visas. When you get to Canada, then you will be issued the permits. So basically, when we gave them all our documents, they called the government of Canada to find out if they are expecting us. So they gave them our UCI number. The UCI number is on our approval letters, and they wanted to find out if we were exempted. So it's as though the agents didn't know who was exempted, because they call I remember now, they had a list of persons who were exempted, but the list was very small, and it did not include international students nor foreign workers. Because on the government website it says some students are exempted and some foreign workers, I believe, are exempted, so not everybody. So basically they had to call them, and they would tell them if we are on their list or not. They did not give them that particular list. So they contacted them, and pretty much they checked their database, looked at our profile, and they said yes, we are approved. And I think they asked some additional question, like if my husband had a job offer, and he did not have a job offer. And I told him that, you know, he is coming on a spousal open work permit. Normally a spousal open work permit is issued if the wife is studying or the husband is studying. Once the spouse is studying, you're good, right? But if you are applying for if you're applying for an open work permit without applying through a spouse, then you would have definitely needed a job offer. So once I explained all of that, they said okay, no problem, they're good to go, and they gave us our tickets, and it was just smooth sailing from that. Once we got to Canada, and we went to immigration. They just asked, you know, the question, only question they pretty much asked us was, what was your purpose of travel? It was as though it was protocol, because when they look at our profile, they would have already known why we were traveling. But they still asked the question, what's your purpose of traveling? And my purpose was to study. My husband's purpose was to work. And of course, our child is our dependent. Pretty straightforward. And they said, okay, do you have a quarantine plan? We showed it to them. And they said, okay, great, you're good to go. And they told us where to go to collect our permits. And we got the permits. And then they instructed us to go to another section to do the COVID test. And after we did the test, we went to our hotel. And you would have seen all of that in the video. So if you haven't watched that yet, the link is below with part 1 and 2. And you'd have seen, I didn't do any talking, I just videoed our vlog where we were going. But yeah, it was I must say it was smooth for the most part, outside of the American airline agent calling to verify with the government of Canada. That was just it. We never had any issues. But we did have also connecting flights, because we had already booked our flight for a final destination long in advance, probably 3 weeks or 2 weeks before. So we had to try to ensure that all the other flights we were gonna book would be in alignment to get to the hotel in time and then catch our last flight. So we had also connecting flights, and in total we, you know, traveled for 22 hours. And I guess because we were together as a family, it didn't feel that long. We just made the best of the time that we had, you know, and it was good. Immigration didn't ask any other questions than that. All right, so another question I have gotten a lot from people, and for even probably those who don't ask, they're curious to know if we are working. So as you can see, I'm in work attire. I actually came from an interview today. I got 2 calls yesterday for an interview. One of them I had to turn down because basically the hours was conflicting with my class schedule, because I'm a full-time student, so I can only work part-time for 20 hours. And this one now that I went to, their schedule is very flexible, so it works well with my school timetable. So and I got the job, yes. So I'll be starting on Monday. For my husband, so my husband got he pretty much basically applied last week. We both applied last week. So I got my call yesterday. He got his call for a job last week Friday. He applied on Thursday, he got a call on Friday, and he started working on Monday. We didn't apply for any jobs when we were in Jamaica. We also did not apply for any jobs during our quarantine. We literally started applying for jobs last week, and we had a strategy, and it pretty much worked, right? And I will be sharing these strategies with you guys. So please subscribe and turn on your post notifications, because you don't want to miss the videos I'm gonna be making. So I will be working on a project that is geared towards persons who want to do the entire process themselves, because I did not use any immigration consultants. I applied for my visa on my own. I applied for my family on my own, and our approval was speedy. I applied for my student permit November 20. I got a response by December 10th. I applied for my husband and my daughter in February 24th to be exact, and we got an approval on March 24th, right? So I believe that, you know, our strategy worked, the techniques that I use worked, and even the technique for getting a job here worked as well. So I'll be putting together something, and I will be launching it next month. But it is specifically for persons who are interested in doing the process themselves. And guys, let me tell you, it will save you a lot of money, because when I checked out the prices for immigration consultancy, it's expensive. Like, I've seen prices like 2,500 US and 3,500 US. Those are I've seen it for some popular immigration consultants in Jamaica and even overseas. Those are some of their price range. I'm sure you have persons who are cheaper, but guys, we did not pay any money as it relates to that at all. We did not pay any money. In fact, that money that we saved, we used to purchase a vehicle when we got here. So we have a vehicle, we're driving in Canada. We've only been here for 3 weeks and we have our jobs. So guys, turn on your post notifications, subscribe to keep up to date with our videos. I can't tell you when I'm gonna be posting my next video because I have a lot of assignments and I have exams next month, but I'm definitely working behind the scenes, and I really want persons to feel in control of their entire process coming to Canada. It is a big move and you need to be very much involved in the process. Giving somebody else to do it for you is not, I'm not against it, but you need to have an understanding of it for yourself. And I think you benefit more from it if you do the process on your own, right? So guys, my project that I'm working on is gonna include a lot of stuff in it. It's gonna be covering a lot of topics, and even about getting a job when you're here. That is gonna be in it as well. I don't want to give away too much, but guys, please stay tuned. I have a lot in store. And when I created this channel, I had the intention to share what I know, because I have done a lot of research and not just gaining the knowledge, but I've also applied it and it worked, and I'm gonna share what I know. So guys, don't forget to thumbs up the video, share with a friend, and please stay tuned. Oh, if you have any questions in regards to anything really, please you can send me a message on Instagram. I'll try my best to get to it within 24 hours, if not 48 hours, because I am a full-time student and I'll be working now part-time. So please, you know, let me know what you really want to. Let me know if you have any particular questions. But again, I will be discussing a lot of topics in the project that I'm working on. So probably some of the questions you're gonna ask, I'm gonna cover it. And I'm gonna talk about it later down more in depth. This is just an update to let you guys know, you know, what it has been like for us thus far. This is our 3rd week, you know. We're still still adjusting, you know, to the weather and everything. But guys, just let this be encouragement for you, for those who want to come, that it's not all struggle and heartache. You will need a lot of faith. I will say that you need a lot of faith on this journey coming here, right? Because we did not have any jobs here before coming here. You know, my husband left his good job. I had my own company in Jamaica, and I shut it down and I came here. So guys, you need a lot of faith. I understand. I want to encourage persons who really want to come here that yes, the hype that is around Canada is real. It's a beautiful country. We've been having an amazing experience thus far, and it's a safe country. We don't have any anxiety thinking about if we're gonna get robbed. At least where we are, we don't feel that way. We're in British Columbia, you know, and we just don't feel any fear whatsoever, you know. And I do understand a lot of why people want to come here. You know, the hype is real, okay? It's really what it makes out to be. I can't speak for other people, and I'm still early in my experience being here. But so far, guys, so good. And I'm just telling you that, you know, if you really want to come here, you need to definitely stay tuned, because I will be dropping a lot of tips to make your life and journey a lot easier. Bye, guys.
Hey guys.
Hi guys,
Your name is?
Joanna
And I'm Alex. And we are the Dwyers.
and Dwyers.
Yes. So today, as my wife was speaking about, you know, our journey to Canada and our journey regarding work, journey regarding even opening bank accounts, not to let out some things out of a bag. But in a few more days to come, or more videos to come, we'll be talking more about how did we get our first job, what was it like on the first day, what was it like working in Canada, what was it like driving in Canada, and also how are the people towards us ethnicity group, or we call it visible minority group in Canada. How do they see us? How do they view us? Is it like America, as you all know, or is it a different? So in our next video we'll be explaining everything, and just stay tuned. Bye guys.
Bye bye